This is ESBR Boxing. Delighted to be joined by Super Bantamweight Peter Mirga ahead of his rematch against Ryan Walker for the Southern Area Super Bantamweight title at York Court on the 18th of March. Peter, thank you for your time. Really appreciate it. It's been a little while. How are things with you at the moment?
Thanks for having me. It's been good. It's been good. Thank you. Been training. I'm really looking forward to fight night.
Yeah, absolutely. Only about 2.5 weeks to go now. It's not long at all. Going to get right into it, Peter. It's a long time ago now, back in 2019, obviously pre-COVID, before the world went mad. But that first fight against Ryan Walker, really close fight. He got the nod on that night, but just talk to me about your feelings of how that first fight went, like the fight itself, the scorecards. I remember I spoke to you a couple of days after the fight. I know you weren't very happy, but yeah, just tell me what goes through your mind when you think of that time 3.5 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a long time now. Um, I'm not sort of dwelling on it anymore as much as I was after the fight. I did obviously have a look at it times again after the fight. Like I said from the start, I thought I was nicking the rounds, and I was just sure I'd done enough to win. So did my corner as well. So. Um, it was a shock. I think it was a shock. I can't say I had didn't lose a round or anything like that. The fight was close. I'm not gonna say I dominated the performance or anything like that, but I did think I was nicking the rounds. I definitely won more than 2 rounds. I think that's what they gave me, but it is what it is. I tried having the rematch straight away. It didn't work. Then obviously COVID happened. Um, yeah, and it is what it is. The fight's here now, so I'm done talking about it. I just want to go in there and prove that I was supposed to win that night,
Yeah,
and
of course.
really get the job done.
How would you describe your feelings towards Ryan now? Like, is there a bit? I don't want to ask if it's personal, but is there a bit more in this fight because of what happened?
Nah, don't look. I was obviously annoyed at the night. Nothing to do with him. He just went out and done what he had to do. Nah, it's nothing personal to me. It's just proving to myself. I think that I can beat Ryan, and I know I've done that night. Just because I didn't get the win doesn't mean I didn't. But I will March 18th. I will get the victory on paper as well.
Nice, nice. I
Nothing
just want to
personal.
discuss activity as well. I know you just had the one fight since that first fight against Ryan. He's been his activity's been up and down, but obviously he had those fights against Lee McGregor, Paul Butler. Lost his last fight against Jordan Perkis for the Southern Area Bantamweight title. Just your thoughts on his career the last couple of years, and do you have any worries about your lack of activity since that first fight?
Um, I would have liked to keep more busy, if I'm honest, but just COVID happened and I couldn't do much about it. I did get offered fights on Sky and so on, but it was just I just lost my last fight. I wasn't gonna look to take on bigger fights. I wanted just to get out there, get a couple of wins, and then back at it. So it is where it is. I then had an injury, and it is where it is with me. I'm happy where I am now. I'm looking forward to fight night. When it comes to Ryan, obviously I think he had about 11 fights then, so
Mm,
he was sort of willing to take the risks, which I don't blame him that he done. Lee McGregor is a tough fighter to beat, so I'm not surprised he lost then. Paul Butler, I think he lost to as well, which is another top prospect.
mm.
And so is Jordan. I've sparred Jordan before. He's a talented fighter. So he's been in 50-50 fights, and when you're in them fights, either you're gonna come up short or you're gonna win. So, but with him having 11, 12 fights, you expect him to take risks, which he did. So you can just respect him for that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. No, looking forward to March 18th. Really should be a really good fight. Just wanted to ask about weight as well. This that super bantamweight. I know you're still a young guy. You were even younger 3.5 years ago. I know you're probably not going to kind of tell me too much here, but how I'll just ask, how confident are you about making that weight comfortably?
I'll be fine on the night. I'll make the weight comfortably. I'm pretty sure. And come fight night, I'll be ready. So
Yeah,
I'll be okay.
and obviously,
I live. Although maybe it doesn't look on paper that I'm active, but I'm always in the gym. I'm always training. I live the sport, so it's not a day I don't think about boxing or yeah. It's I know on paper I might not look it. We've obviously just having one fight in between the 2 years, but I've been active, constantly sparring, constantly training. So
staying
yeah,
in the
I'm in
gym.
it.
Yeah,
I'll be right.
yeah. And in terms of like any thoughts on the fact that Ryan's last fight was at bantamweight? Like, do you think that on the night there'll be a size difference once that first bell goes between the two of you?
Not sure how he does the weight. Obviously, sometimes he boxes at bantamweight, sometimes he boxes at super bantam. So I don't think weight will matter on the night. If I'm totally honest, yeah, I don't think it will matter much.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds good, man. I think final final question for me, Peter. I think obviously as we mentioned, this is for the Southern Area title. It's for a vacant belt. I've had some kind of yeah, some good fighters win this belt in the past, Chris Bork being one of them. What position do you think this would put you in if you win this fight? Would you want to defend the belt? Would you want to what would you want to do for the rest of 2023?
At the moment, my whole focus is just on 18th of March. If I'm honest,
Mm,
it's not even about the belt for me. Obviously, I'm so glad that it's on the line, but I would have fought Ryan with or without that belt
fair. Yeah.
on the line. So obviously, I'm really happy that Goody managed to get it for the Southern area. But for me, it's just beating Ryan on the
Yeah.
18th of March, and what happens after, we'll go from there. To be honest, my fully focus on just beating him.
Fantastic. Final question from me, Peter. How do you win on 18th of March? What can you tell us? How are you going to beat Ryan Walker?
Like I said in the beginning, I thought I was nicking the rounds. I just got to make sure I'm not nicking them. I'm winning them comfortably, and simple as that. Obviously, it's easy to say, harder to do, but yeah, I just got to win the rounds
Yeah.
comfortably, and other than just nicking them, I got to win them, and that's what we do for March 18th.
Cool, amazing. Peter Mirga, thank you so much for your time. I know you're probably kind of coming towards the end of your camp now, so really appreciate your time. I'll look forward to seeing you on the 18th. I'm lucky enough to be able to be there, and yeah, I'll grab you on the night. But yeah, thank you very much for your time, and all the best for March 18th. Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having. Appreciate it.
Cheers, Peter. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.